Hello and welcome to Fan Dummies. I'm Greg.
And I'm Erin.
And today we're going to reflect back on 2020. We are going to count down the top 10 TV shows in 2020. They all have to be in our science fiction, fantasy, or superhero genres. So you won't have to hear us talk about Cobra Kai or Queen's Gambit or What We Do in the Shadows.
Even though I want to talk about What We Do in the Shadows and Cobra Kai.
Because they ain't on the list, Erin. They ain't on this list. Although they're all amazing. 2020 was a lot of things, but one thing we can't say is that we didn't have time to watch all of our favorite shows.
Oh, yeah.
Because we had nothing but time.
Yeah.
So much time. Sometimes I wish I would have spent it on more constructive things, but we watched a lot of stuff. +1 for watching a lot of stuff. Number 10, Stargirl, starring Breck Bassinger and Luke Wilson. The series follows high school student Courtney Whitmore, who discovers the cosmic staff and becomes the inspiration for a new generation of superheroes who become the Justice Society of America, the JSA. Now, this is a DC Comics inspired show.
Oh, yeah.
It's good.
Uh-huh.
It's so good. Spoiler, this is the only CW show on this list.
It's true.
Legends of Tomorrow's great. But, we're deep into the seasons on that one.
Yeah.
And it's not as good as it once was, although still good. Or Flash. Yeah, Flash. They're still good. Supergirl, all still good. But Stargirl was just light years ahead of those seasons.
Mm-hmm. Yeah, I always love it when we get new superheroes that I don't know much about and we research them for the podcast. So I thought it was really fun just because we had a new character as well. And they're getting a season 2.
Yeah, I heard that. It's amazing.
As well. So, yeah, it must have been well received.
Yeah, 2021.
Mm-hmm. Number 9, Upload, starring Robbie Amell and Andy Allo. A man is able to choose his own afterlife after his untimely death by having his consciousness uploaded into a virtual world.
This snuck up on us.
Uh-huh.
We randomly clicked this. We were trying to decide between this and Devs or something. There was 3 shows on Amazon Prime that we were looking through and we're like, oh, Upload looks good. Let's just click it. We heard nothing about it.
Uh-huh.
The whole idea of virtually uploading to live forever is just cool to me. Plus, this thing was funny. It was
somewhat funny.
We hear it compared to The Good Place. It wasn't A Good Place funny.
Yeah.
But it had its funny moments.
Uh-huh. And it's Robbie Amell.
Yeah.
Which we like from, movies and shows we've seen him on.
Yeah.
So.
Yeah, he's really good. And there is going to be a season 2 of this. So when you go back and watch it, you can invest and you'll have a payoff. And I believe it's 2021, probably late 2021.
Yeah. Yeah. You never know everything's gotten pushed back. So hopefully we get stuff sooner than later.
And this is an Amazon Prime original series. So you have to watch it on Amazon Prime. Number 8, Warrior Nun, starring Alba Baptista. After waking up in a morgue, an orphan teen discovers that she now possesses superpowers as the chosen halo bearer for a secret sect of demon hunting nuns. Whoever wrote that description is a genius.
Uh-huh.
It sounds amazing.
Yeah.
And it is amazing. This is another sneaker. It's a Netflix original, and we don't really watch a lot of dubbed or subtitled stuff, so we thought I think it was shot in Spain and a lot of Spanish actors or something.
Yeah.
And we thought, this might be dubbed or subtitled. You have to be in the right frame of mind to watch that stuff. At least we do.
Uh-huh.
So I was passing over it a lot thinking, this is cool. We'll get to it when I can pay attention.
Mm-hmm.
But it turned out it's in English and amazing.
Mm-hmm.
So good.
Uh-huh. Yeah, it's adapted from the Warrior Nun comics.
Yeah.
And the crazy part about being adapted from the comics is that they've modernized the show so much that it seems like it's even better than the comics.
Yeah, the comics are weird 90s, scantily clad nuns.
Mm-hmm.
They're weird.
Mm-hmm.
They're definitely not modern.
It has an anime style almost to it.
Yeah. Yeah. A little bit different.
Number 7, Lovecraft Country, starring Jonathan Majors and Journey Smollett. A young African-American travels across the U.S. in the 1950s in search of his missing father, encountering magic and time travel.
Ooh, I just got goosebumps.
This is a totally unexpected show.
Yeah. Came from a referral from a listener, which is always fun. We did a whole episode on this, and you can check out our thoughts, but essentially the Lovecraft has always been kind of horror, sci-fi-ish horror, and we thought it was something more Lovecraft than what it really is.
Yeah, it looked like a romance, just a romance movie.
Yeah.
If you go back and listen to our episode, you'll hear what we thought the movie was.
Yeah.
It's crazy that it's a little bit of sci-fi, horror, and fantasy all wrapped up into one.
Yeah. Yeah, it has everything, which is really great.
You can watch Lovecraft Country on HBO Max.
Yep. HBO original, I believe. Number 6, Lock and Key, starring Connor Jessup and Amelia Jones. After their father is murdered under mysterious circumstances, the 3 Locke siblings and their mother move into their ancestral home, Key House, which they discover is full of magic keys that may be connected to their father's death. This show is awesome. I mean, it's really great. Yeah. Also adapted from a comic.
Yeah.
I mean, that seems like a theme. I mean, we do cover sci-fi, fantasy, and superheroes, but we'd cover it even if it wasn't adapted.
Yeah, I like how there's these shows and movies that are adapted from comics, but they're not just the basic superhero stories that everybody knows, like the DC and Marvel ones. They're, more obscure ones, which I really find that fascinating.
Yeah. I've always been a mainstream comic collector, and I feel so silly because all of these amazing shows come from comics that I would never pick up because they're not Marvel.
Yeah.
Or DC, but less DC or Marvel. This is a Netflix original series, so you have to watch this on Netflix.
And we're getting a season 2 as well, which is going to be awesome.
Yeah. Cannot wait.
Number 5, Star Trek Picard, starring Patrick Stewart and Alison Pill. This is a follow-up series to Star Trek The Next Generation from 1987 and Star Trek Nemesis from 2002 that centers on Jean-Luc Picard, Sir Patrick Stewart, in the next chapter of his life.
This show was so highly anticipated. It's unbelievable that they created this and brought this back. I know some people didn't like it, but I loved it. And I think the number 5 spot is perfect for it. Yeah. I mean, there's better stuff, but not much better.
It gets really hard to rank these. And we're going to get a season 2 of Star Trek Picard, but they haven't even started filming it yet.
Yeah. Patrick Stewart he's old. So hopefully they're taking a lot of precautions.
Yeah.
You can watch this on CBS All Access. All the Star Trek stuff is on CBS All Access. Number 4, Umbrella Academy Season 2, starring Elliot Page, Tom Harper, David Castaneda, Emily Ranker-Lampman, Robert Sheehan, and Aidan Gallagher. And it's awesome.
Yeah.
The Umbrella Academy siblings drop into an alley in Dallas 1960s, all in different years, like between 3 and 4 years apart. 5, which is one of the siblings if you don't watch the show, his name is 5, scrambles to track them all down, and they have to work together to stop the end of the world again. If you watch season 1, that's the same exact plot.
Yeah, pretty much.
Except this takes place in Dallas in 1960s. Obviously, all the surroundings are different. And it's amazing.
Oh, yeah.
I mean, at first I thought, meh. But no, it's great.
And also adapted from comics.
Yeah.
You couldn't guess.
We are getting a season 3, which is great. This is a Netflix original series. So if you have Netflix, it's easily accessible. If you've been missing this one, again, don't know how, but make sure you watch it because it's great.
Yeah. Season 3 looks like it's going to be really good.
I hope so.
Number 3, Star Trek Lower Decks, starring Jack Quaid and Tawny Newsome.
Yeah.
The support crew serving on one of Starfleet's least important ships, the USS Cerritos. Doritos. I need some of those, Gary. Have to keep up with their duties, often while the ship is being rocked by a multitude of sci-fi anomalies.
This was completely unexpected. I mean, this is created by Mike McMahon, who was a writer on Rick and Morty for a long time.
Uh-huh. And Solar Opposites.
And Solar Opposites. So, you know, Rick and Morty's style, you know, came from him, at least a lot from him.
Mm-hmm.
And I've never seen Star Trek fans so upset about something in my life. Like, it is hilarious. I am a Star Trek fan to the level of a lot of these people that are mad. Like, I'm a Trekkie, a Trekker, Star Trek, everything. I love it all. I love the show.
Mm-hmm.
I thought it was great. I don't care if they create new Star Trek. We all know if it works, it works. And if it doesn't, they'll never get another season and it'll go in the history books as being a bad choice. But we are getting another season.
Yeah.
Because it was a good choice.
Yeah. Well, I think it was planned as a 2-season thing, like from the start.
Yeah. Again, on CBS All Access, I definitely suggest watching this. If you don't like Star Trek, but you like Rick and Morty, this would be a great primer to get into Star Trek.
Uh-huh. Yeah, you don't have to know anything about Star Trek.
Mm-mm.
Except for Riker does show up. Spoiler!
Yeah. Number 2, Mythic Quest Raven's Banquet, starring Rob McElhenney and Charlotte Nicdeo.
Dinner party!
Dinner party! The owner of a successful video game design company and his troubled staff struggle to keep their hit game, Mythic Quest, on top. Talk about a sneaker.
Oh, yeah.
We randomly decided to watch this. It looked dumb. For one, it's called Mythic Quest Raven's Banquet, which is the worst name. Like, it should have just been called Mythic Quest.
Well, Raven's Banquet is like the release of the game.
I get it. Like, I watched it. I know.
It's funny.
I totally get it, but
I think I made you watch it. I was like, let's watch this. This looks great.
Yeah. Yeah. I was not attracted to this show in one bit, but at the time, there was nothing on Apple TV Plus.
Yeah, it was new. Like, it came out like right when Apple TV Plus, it must have been one of the first shows on it.
Yeah, it had to be. And we
like
were
one of the 3.
Yeah, we were trying to watch what was on there, trying to figure out if any of it was any good.
Mm-hmm.
This is amazing.
Mm-hmm.
So good. I mean, it's the number 2 show of the year for us.
Yeah. It's good.
And they did a quarantine episode.
Oh, I was just going to say that.
It brought tears to my eyes. It was unbelievably well done. This is how Comic-Cons should strive to be.
Oh, yeah.
It was a Zoom call, essentially. Expertly done.
You mean because the audio was great, the lighting was great, the acting was great, the writing was great.
The story was great.
It was like you were watching an episode of the show, but they were all at their house.
On a Zoom call.
Doing it, yeah.
Yeah. They were in their character. I mean, I know we're spending a little more time on this one, but it's worth it. It's so good. It deserves to be number 2. You should subscribe to Apple TV Plus if you haven't. If you're like an Android user, for God's sakes. Half the audience is like, whoa!
Aww.
Just kidding. Just kidding. But you might not have gotten Apple TV Plus for free when you got your new iPhone or iPad. That's why I bring it up. Not trying to talk smack on your phone choice.
Yeah.
If you don't have it for free, it's worth subscribing just to watch this and then unsubscribe immediately because nothing else is that good.
I'm trying to think if we even watched anything else on Apple
TV.
Did.
We watched Amazing Stories.
Oh, yeah.
Which was good. Not in our top 10,
but
it was good. And we watched a couple episodes of Among Us, or not Among Us, but it was like
Greg, you're a little sus.
Yeah, not the video game Among Us. The show where it was like alternate history about going to the moon.
For All Mankind.
For All Mankind, yeah. I want to watch the rest of that because I heard it got a lot better.
Yeah, it wasn't that it was not good. It's just I don't know.
Boring.
We just didn't watch it.
Yeah, it's just kind of boring.
Yeah. Can anybody guess what number 1's going to be? If you listen to us on a regular basis, you're going to be like, oh yeah. Number 1, The Mandalorian, Season 2.
I'm shocked.
Starring Pedro Pascal and Grogu, a.k.a. Baby Yoda.
mean, what can we say about this that we haven't said or you haven't heard from 1,000 other channels and podcasts? This show's amazing.
Yeah. The Mandalorian continues his quest to reunite Grogu, aka Baby Yoda, with the Jedi. And I cannot wait to see how Baby Yoda and Mando reunite in season 3. Just gonna say it like that. I cannot wait. He's gonna come back and he's gonna have like a little baby lightsaber and he's gonna have like a Jedi robe. Oh, I can't wait.
I'm confident that in season 1, they're like, oh crap, we're not planning to have Grogu in season 3. So we had better change everything that we're doing to have him back in season 3. And then the other thing they're probably thinking is we have to progress the merchandise. So all the Baby Yoda stuff that we buy this year, all that's old. We'll have to rebuy the new Baby Yoda stuff next year.
I want it all. I don't care. Give me more Baby Yoda. I have a really hard time. I'm like, do I really need that Baby Yoda? I have this Baby Yoda and this Baby Yoda and this Baby Yoda. So I'm just like, I just have to watch what I buy because it's just getting out of control. Yeah. And I don't even have that much stuff.
Not that much stuff.
I don't.
In our last Mandalorian episode, there was a question whether or not the Book of Boba Fett was going to be season 3 or there was going to be a season 3. Mm-hmm. And we have confirmed that the Book of Boba Fett is a separate series and there actually will be a Mandalorian season 3. So just in case you haven't heard that bit of news, how do you feel about this list, Erin?
I think I enjoyed the TV series more than I did the movies.
So much more.
And I don't know if it's just because you get to see more of the characters in the story when you're watching like TV series versus a couple-hour movie. But like when I look back at these TV series, I have more appreciation for them than I do some of these movies. Or even a lot of the movies that we watched this past year. Yeah,
the number 2 and 3 movies, Love and Monsters and Star Wars Lego Holiday Special, were great.
Yeah.
But once you get past that, like even Soul, I know we're talking about the TV shows, but even Soul was good, but I think Stargirl, which is our number 10 spot, is better than Soul.
Mm-hmm.
So the TV shows we got this year are better than all of the movies on our list.
Yeah.
Except for maybe 2. So just to kind of put it in perspective.
I cannot wait to watch shows and movies in 2021 now, because I know a lot of the stuff got pushed back. If we think these TV shows were really great, I'm thinking that we're going to get a lot of really good stuff that got, held back.
Yes. Thank you for listening to this episode of Fan Dummies. If you haven't already, hit that subscribe button. Leave us a rating, a review, a comment, whatever platform you're on. Do the thing because it helps us out a lot. Remember to share us in any of your groups on social media. That is tremendously helpful. One of our listeners just recently shared us in a Reddit group and it generated tons and tons and tons of listens. So if that's you, you rock.
Yeah, thanks.
Links to our Patreon, our Facebook groups, our merch, all will be in the show notes. Check the show notes for all the goods for this episode. We'll have links for everything. It's going to be a deep show notes this time. And if you want to reach out to us, we are at Fan Dummies on all social media. We do reply. Thanks for listening. Bye.
Bye.